Happy New Year, guys. This is Forex Teacher. In today's video, I just want to introduce to you a new system that is very powerful. I want to show you guys how I've just closed a $15,000 in profit, and I would like to share with you this trading system for free. So go to the description of this video and join my Telegram channel, because you are going to find the link for this trading system that I'm using right here. So I'm going to give you for a couple of days so that you can actually use the system for free. If you like the system, please don't forget to leave a positive comment and tell me what you think, because this is a non-repenting system and everything that you see right now on the screen is exactly as it is. All right, so let's quickly go to the account so that I show you guys this is a trade that is running right now. I'm going to show you the analysis that I did for this trade. Right, I risk five pips to try and make 15 pips on another trade, the one that I closed, and I was using a huge lot, because whenever you're scalping you need to use a bigger lot size so that you can actually make money with that small movement that is going to happen. So the first thing I want to show you is the history of this account. This is the trade. All right, this is the 16,000. So I risk 5 pips to try and make 15 pips. All right, so let's quickly go to the and show you guys. This is a IC life account, IC Markets life account. So you can actually see that the growth of this account has been going up steadily. All right, even though you see as if here it's a 32% winning rate, I'm going to explain to you why it was a 32%, but still I make a lot of money. So it's a 32% because I'm trying to target 1:5, 1:3. For example, if you go to this trade right here, the close trade for today, you're going to see that this is the trade. All right, this is gold USD. This is the symbol for gold. So if you go here, you see that this is a close with the 16 pips in profit. So which is why you see it was a 1:3 risk reward ratio. So I also have a trade that is running currently, which is this one that you see in the MetaTrader right here. All right, so I just want to switch to M5 because I took this trade on M5. So as you can see, guys, I entered the trade right here, and if I'd like to show you, the stop loss is just about 10 pips right here. All right, my target was 1:5 on this one. It's already running in profit. I think this is 1:3, because it's 3,000. I was risking 1,000 on this one. So I entered these trades at the same time. I would like to show you using this trade right here. All right, so I want to show you, if I drag it right here, you're going to see the trade on the chart. In fact, let me try and switch to, okay, so you can see this is the trade. Right, this was the sale right here. We close our trade right here. It was running for almost 6-7 minutes. So you can see this was 15 pips target right here. All right, so I want to show you how I did it. So first of all, we'll go to this chart right that you see right here. This is a H1. All right, so you load my trading system on H1, and then you're going to look for opportunities when the market is actually crossed. All right, so the rules are very simple. So let me just tell you that whenever the blue line crosses above this zero line, so the zero line, you see there's a zero right here. All right, so let me just try and put another line right here so that you see it properly. All right, so this is the zero line that you see right here. Okay, so if the blue line crosses above this zero line, it means I'm looking for buy opportunities. If it crosses below, I'm looking for sell opportunities. So that is exactly what happened right now on this trade. It crossed right here. All right, so once it crossed right there, let me just quickly mark some of the trades so that it will be easier for me to show you. Let me try the ones where it was actually moving so that you can see. I'm also going to show you when it was not moving, so that you guys can have a clear picture of what is happening when you are using this trading system. All right, so you have to make sure that it has actually crossed right here. This was not a cross. All right, so you have to make sure that it is actually crossed. So if it does like this and come back down, it means it's another opportunity of what? Of selling. So I'm going to put these lines like this so that we remember when I try to show you. So this is the current signal. This was also a sell right here, and this was a buy signal right here. All right, let me just see if there's any signal that I've left in between right here. Okay, this is also a buy signal right here, and also this one right here. All right, so I just want to show you guys how to trade using this system. We're going to do a quick top-down analysis on these trades. All right, so now that we have the lines of when the price crossed, I just want to show you again on this one. Is it actually happened way before? All right, right there. Let me just leave it here. Okay, so what I want to show you is very, very simple. So since we know that this is the time when the price crossed below the zero line, so this is the zero line that you see right here that we put right here. All right, so let me just remove it. So since you see that the price crossed below the zero line, it means we are looking for sell opportunities at that time. All right, which is right here. Okay, so I want to make another line. So this was just when the H1 candlestick opened. So I want to show you when the next candlestick opens. Let me just use a different color so that it's easy for you to understand and to see. I'll use a different color for this. All right, I'm going to explain to you why I'm putting the second lines, because that is when we are going to be trading. All right, I want to mark how was the 1 hour. So as you know that if it's 12 o'clock, 12 to 1, it's 1 hour. So I'm marking from 12 to 1 so that we start seeing where we are supposed to start entering the trades, right? All right, I hope I'm not leaving anything out. Okay, so I would like now to show you, let me just do one more. All right, so I'd like now to show you what we'll be looking at. So now we have to switch from a bigger time frame to a lower time frame. So since this is a H1 chart, I'm going to switch to a M5. All right, I forgot to check the date. All right, we'll start on 28 December. All right, so let's look for 28 December on M5. 28 December, this is 22. All right, so you need to drop from a bigger time frame. So since I'll be trading on M5, I decided to use a H1. All right, so this is 28 December. Okay, this is when the signal was generated, when it crossed. All right, so by the time that 1 hour which we gave us a signal is this one right here. Right, this is the 1 hour that gave us the signal, this one right here. All right, this is the 1 hour. So we are going to start trading right here when the new hour starts. All right, so for example, if you are in the market, let's say you are still on 1 hour like this, right? The market is like this. Let's try and the market is like this, right? So the moment you see you're watching here, it crossed right here, you're watching here, so that's when you put this line here, this vertical line, all right, to mark that it has crossed. And then just as soon as this other candle opens for the next hour, when it opens right here, when it's still forming, when it's still maybe having about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right, you're just going to mark, and then you drop down to what? To the time frame that you want to trade on. So here we're going to drop to M5. All right, So it's easy as this, and it's going to give you a notification when the price crosses below or when it crosses above. So let's try and go back to 28 December. I don't know how I'm so far away. Okay, so this is 28 December. So what I was explaining is very simple. This is the start of the hour, right? So from there on, we just need to know if, let me just pay attention also to my trade. What am I doing? Okay, let me pay attention. My trade is still running. So what happens is that as soon as it crosses, as soon as it crosses, when you mark that line, you also mark where it ends, right? So you go to your charts and you go to the indicator. This is my indicator right here, all right? I'm going to show you the indicator afterwards and the settings. So you go to the indicator right here. You check if on M5, the moment it crosses below, right? The moment, right now it's on top and we are looking for a sell signal. So we are not going to take any sell right now up until it crosses below. Like in this case, it crossed right here. Somewhere around here when it gives you a signal. It crosses right here, right? So the rules are very simple. Once it crosses, you place your sell trade right there, right? And put your stop loss. So in this case, this is a M5 and this is gold. You can put your stop loss on 5 pips. You can put it on 10 pips. You can also put it on 15 or 20 pips, depending on what you want. But when you target, you should target a 1:3, 1:4, 1:5. That is why you see my winning ratio is actually a little bit low, but I've made almost half of the starting balance. So if you go right here, you're going to see that if you place this trade right here and put your 5 pip stop loss, which was going to be here, all right, it was probably going to get hit. But if it was 10 pips, it was also probably going to get hit. All right, so the other thing you need to pay attention to is this. You close the trade when the sell, if you are in a sell position, you close when the opposite signal appears, which is this buy signal right here, or when the stop loss is hit, or when the take profit is hit. So in this case, let's just say maybe we put 5 pips, or let me just use a standard. Let's put 10 pips, and then we are going to target 30 pips or 40 pips. Let's target 30 pips. So on this first trade, this was going to be a losing trade right here, because the market turned and it gave us the buy signal. So it's either when you see the buy signal, you exit, or when you see when the stop loss has been hit, you exit. And you need to re-enter. If you go back to your bigger time frame, you still see that it was still pointing out that it's going to keep on going down, right? So you are going to wait for another signal, which is this one down here, right? And remember, we lost so when it crossed, I think it's somewhere around this one here. So remember, we lost, let's say we lost 10 pips and we want to target 30 or 40 pips, right? So here we're going to place our ender right here. The moment you see that there's a new signal down here, you ender right here. Okay. You target, you put your stop loss. You can see from here, it never went up. It just dropped. Even if it was a 5 pip stop loss, it was not going to get hit. It just dropped. It went down all the way. From here, it went down all the way, I think, 40, 50. So even if you were using a 1:5, it was going to hit. So you can see that you lose 10 pips here, but here you're going to make 30 or 40 or 50 pips, depend on your strategy or what you decide. All right. So another thing that can happen is that if you take a sell trade or a buy trade, sometimes the setup, it may still show you that on M5 that it has crossed down, but the stop loss will get hit, right? In that case, to re-enter, you don't have to wait for the signal to change, because the signal is already telling you that it's still going to go down. All right. So you don't have to wait for the buy signal and then you wait for another sell signal. No. Once your stop loss is hit right here, if the price had moved up, okay, let me say, for example, if the price had moved up, if it was hit with a bullish candle, you wait until you see the next bearish candle and then you sell, right? So in this case, you can see that this was an easy 50 pips, 1:5, right? You go to the next signal right here. you do the same thing. You put your stop loss right here above. This was if it was 10 pips or 5 pips, it was going to get hit. So once it gets it, yeah, this is a good example that I wanted to show you. Right here, it crossed. So we are taking our sell trade right here, and then our stop loss was probably going to be here, right? Since it's a 10 or 5 pips on this one, let's use 5, because if it was a 15, it was not going to hit. This is a 10 pips. You can see it was hit with this candle right here. All right, so the stop loss was hit right here, which means you wait for a bearish candle again to appear, and then you start selling. All right, so in this case, we're going to lose 10 pips. Here you end again. This is another 30, 36. I think it reached 36 pips, and then it turned. All right, so you can see also when it turned, if you were here, maybe the moment it start coming here, the moment it shows you that it has really turned, it will be here. All right, which means maybe you're going to close with a small profit of 12 pips if your stop loss was not hit, or if you didn't close it at break even. So you continue to do the same thing. You're going to keep on selling up until it changes the signals. So in this case, you can see this was a nice signal right here. This is a 30 pips. It even reached 48.50 before turning back right here, which is here. You wait for another sell signal, which is here, to end down all the way 70.80. You're going to be selling all the time up until the next day. You can see this was a sell signal also. So here you can see that from here to here the market was not moving. So this is the Asian session. So you can also try and use your common sense, try and see that Asian session, it might not move that much unless if there's a news, or if you are trading the currents, like for most of the time, to get a good trading volume, where there's a trading volume for each pair, you have to make sure that the session for that, so if it's a euro and USD, you make sure that the London session is open and the New York session is open, right? That's when you start kicking in the euro USD. All right, so the same applies if you're trading Australian dollar JPY. You make sure that the Australian and the Tokyo, the session is open, right? So on the next day, we're going to be selling. When you start getting busy, you can see it move from all the way up here. It got about 100 pips, right? You can see all these nice moves, right? So you can see all these nice moves up until you get that buy signal that I show you. All right, so this is when the buy signal was actually when the line crossed above on a H1. All right, so it means from there on we start buying. So the first signal, which was okay, you go down here, you see that it's still what? I think there's something happening with my trade now. Let's just go and check. Okay, so as long as here it didn't cross, there's no need for me to close it. But there's no need for me also to keep on holding on to the trade. Let's say if my target was above here, right? It come close to my target and then it goes back. Like here, I was already 3,000 tipping profit. There's no need for me to keep on losing, or for it to go back, because I had already reached 1:3, right? So I can try and move my stop loss to lock in the profits if I want to be greedy and maybe hope that it's going to keep on going down. But as you can see, it's starting to show me this bullish candle. But if I want to stick to the trading strategy, I'll just leave it run, but I'll try to lock in something from there. So let's go back to the charts. We're talking about a buy signal. So on H1 it crossed above. So this is when we start buying from here. So if you go down here, you see that this is bearish on an M5. So we need to wait for it to cross, which is right up here, right? You can see the moment it crossed, it start going up, which was right here. So we're going to risk our 10 pips again from here. If we're using 10 pips, if we're using maybe 20 pips, we want to target if you're using 20 pips, maybe you target a 60 or 80, right? It's 1:3, 1:4. So you can see this one reached also another 50 pips right there, which was a nice 1:5. And on this one, you can see it also turned right here, which when the price was still up here. So as we enter right here, on this price here, we're going to close this one with 30 pips, even if the take profit is not hit, and then wait for the next signal, which was going to be this one right here. Right, so I think it should be this one. It's going to be this one. So we're going to end our trade when it crosses this one right here. You can see this one, it was going up for about 100 pips, 90, I think somewhere around 90 pips. So I just want to go to the trade for today so that I don't waste time and show you the analysis behind the trade. So this trading system can actually trade any asset, you can trade any time frame, and you can also see that it gives you the pop-up alert to tell you that this is US Tech, Nasdaq, gold, or whatever. It will be telling you here the trend is up, and then it gives you the time and the value. All right, so that you also know if you are using the email. So this is the trade for today right here. So remember, I marked this on H1 and I marked this one in H1. So this is when the signal crosses to give us when it crosses to show us that it's going to keep on going down. It was this marking right here, right? So when you switch, this is now on M5, but this was H1 signal. So if you switch to your M5, we are going to come and see that it's already above right here. Okay, so we are not going to take any sale right here. We're going to wait for it to cross right here, which is exactly right somewhere around here. Okay, so we're going to take our sell trade from there. This is a sell, depend on your risk. This was a 7, 8, 10. So 10 pips was going to get hit here. But if you're having 15 pips, when you're having 15 pips, it means you're also targeting 1:3. So it depends on you what you want. All right. So if you want to be more, was this reached about 11 pips and then it dropped down all the way up until now. This is about 62 pips. So me, I ended my trade, I think, a bit late. Was on my trade, I think I ended the trade somewhere. Okay, I ended the trade somewhere here, right here. So I was even hesitating that there's this rejection here, and I was seeing it on this rejection. So I was even hesitating, but I just said, no, I know what I'm doing. I know what the trading style or what my trading system is telling me. Let me just enter the trade and the rest will take care of itself. So that's what you need to do. That's the trading mindset that you should have, that believe in yourself, believe in the trading strategy. So for you to believe in the trading strategy, you need to backtest it for a very long time. So I've been backtesting this one ever since I made this system, and I'm still trying to perfect it and see where we can actually use it and make more money. So you can see this was a sell signal when it crossed down here. So from here, it means we started selling. So if my stop loss was going to get hit here, I was going to see if the trade is still active. You can see the signal is still active right here. And also just enter when it closes right here. If my stop loss was hit here, it comes back here. Maybe if I want, I could just wait for this bearish candle, right? And make sure, since now you know that it was rejected here, it means now you have to adjust your stop loss. Unless if you are putting here, you can still continue to put the 10 pips, because you are putting at a higher price up here. You can still put the 10 pips here, right? And then you let it ride. Here 1:2 was hit. Here 1:3 was hit. 1:4 was hit. 1:5 was hit. 1:6 was also hit. All right, with this simple trade. So this is how I trade, guys. If you like this content and if you like to get my trading system, remember to go to the description of this video and join my Telegram channel, where I'll be sending. I'm going to put this system there, so it's going to work for you guys. I think I will give you a couple of maybe days or hours just to see, so that you load it on your charts and see if the system works, or if what I'm telling you is true. This is an unrepenting system, and it will never turn or change the signals. So here I'm getting uncomfortable when it's doing this, because I feel like maybe I let go a lot of money right here, and it's also starting to be aggressive. So this was deep down in profit. I think almost 1:2, because I was risking 10 pips. It reached 38. All right. So this one is actually getting uncomfortable, and I'm still waiting. If it crosses here, I'm going to close the trade. So I don't want to make this video very long, guys, but this is what I wanted to show you, that it's very easy to trade when you're trading using my system. So you can see right here, the signal is telling me that it has crossed up. So I'm supposed to close now. Okay, I've closed the trade now. You see, it keeps on telling you the trend is up now. So that is why I closed this one. So if I go to the account history and load this trade here, you're going to see it as well. I also want to load this one so that you see how the trade played out. All right. So you can see I ended this trade at the same time. This trade, I ended up closing it here, but at some point it was down here in profit. All right. So once you make money like this, it's easy. Once you master how to use it, how you trade. So for anyone who is having problems like in trading, don't hesitate to contact me. If you want any advice, I'll just tell you as it is. I'm not going to hide and try to sell you something, like to try to sell you a dream that doesn't exist. For you to be successful in Forex trading, you need to be disciplined. You need to have a trading plan. Before you go for trading, you should know how to enter the trades and how you are going to exit those trades. All right. And you should stick to the strategy. Otherwise, you will not succeed in this business. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. If you would like to get a full version of my trading system, remember that I'll put my email address on the screen so you can see how easy it was for me just to make this 16,000. But at some point, I could have made even more, maybe close to 20 or somewhere around there. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and also comment even in our Telegram channel. Thank you.